So as you go to the Balboa Park Air and Space Museum there, right as you walk in the front door, there is that plane that is no mock-up. It really does fly. And by the way, how that plane came to be, the one that you just saw flying and in the museum, how it came to be is a story in itself. It has to do with a lot of volunteers, countless hours of time, and one very particular and specific thing that was donated by a century-old company in town here. Take a look.
This is cypress that comes out of the south of the U.S., and it's a very durable wood.
The story begins at what you might think is an unlikely place, at a lumber company in the Miramar area. It's called Frost Lumber, and it's been around a very long time. Nowadays, the owner is G.T. Frost, Jr.
My grandfather started the business in 1911.
100+ years, 4 generations of the Frost family, going all the way back to when San Diego had only 37,000 people, and homes that had a raised foundation, well, they needed flooring.
So a lot of our wood is in San Diego homes up in North Park and around in Kensington.
So there's the lumber company, and then, unfortunately, there's this. (1978) and the Aerospace Museum, a gem of Balboa Park, full of priceless memorabilia and of airplanes, one of the real treasures in our city, burned to the ground, and in it, lost forever, was a perfect replica of the Spirit of St. Louis, Charles Lindbergh's plane. It was a tragedy, and right away museum volunteers said, we got to make another one.
There will be another Spirit of St. Louis. Somehow we're going to build one. And we have the skills and the artisans and the plans.
We had the sources for this type of material, and so we were the right guys to do it.
The right guys to get and donate the wood, because it wasn't just any wood. No, it had to be spruce, just like the original Spirit of St. Louis.
Aircraft grade spruce has to have a very tight ring structure. It's very, very specific, and there's not much of it around.
It took months shaping the wood, crafting it to the exact specifications set forth in the building of the original Spirit. It was a heroic project, and of course, there it is today, an exact replacement of the one lost in the fire, now at the new Air and Space Museum in Balboa Park. It's a very precise replica of the actual Spirit of St. Louis, which of course was built for Charles Lindbergh in San Diego at Ryan back in the 1920s. There in the lobby at Frost Lumber is a plaque thanking the company for its donation, and it's quite a nice thing.
Wonderful, yeah. It's a great feeling.
And in case you wonder, why did they do that, give all that specialized wood to this one particular project? Well, go back in time. Remember we said the company had been around for more than a century? In fact, in the 1920s, G.T. Frost's granddad may have gotten the very spruce wood that Charles Lindbergh needed to build what would become the most famous plane in the world.
We believe that he sold that to Ryan to make the wings on the very first Spirit of St. Louis.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it is. It's great.
So the cycle is completed, and here's a happy birthday to the family. 4 generations of Frosts. These days, there just aren't a lot of things that last 100 years, and fewer still that can say they've helped make history about San Diego.
That fire back in 1978 was just a tragedy in San Diego. 50 aircraft, priceless artifacts, all gone in a matter of minutes. But there was just this determination to rebuild, and the Spirit of St. Louis project came to symbolize that. It's a real tribute to everybody who rebuilt it and to the museum itself.